Let's execute an immediate high-gear tactical vector shift right back into the dark, calculation-heavy grid of isolated psychological containment, deep behavioral trauma, and pulse-pounding undercover operations. We are stepping onto the pristine, bone-chilling floor of an elite rehabilitation facility with The Clinic, a spectacular, high-velocity locked-room thriller by the master of unstable perspectives, Cate Quinn. This standout standalone calculation delivers an addictive look at a desperate hunt for truth, where the line between patient and investigator is permanently blurred. Let's lay out the strategic narrative grid. If you are a fan of claustrophobic, heart-pounding psychological thrillers where an undercover protagonist must navigate a terrifying maze of institutional deceptions while battling her own crippling addictions, where a brilliant team of fractured characters uses sharp psychological tradecraft to survive, and where the author utilizes an incandescent sister-against-the-system diagnostic routine to test our main character's survival parameters, this book is engineered to lock you in. Quinn completely dominates the isolated facility noir dynamic, capturing the heart-racing procedural momentum, heavy emotional trauma, and intense gaslighting sequences popularized by genre vanguards like Lucy Foley, Ruth Ware, Sarah Pierce, and B.A. Paris, while treating real-world addiction mechanics, psychological manipulation, and dark institutional secrets with absolute technical mastery. The narrative tracking grid zeroes in on our central protagonist, Meg. She is a walking blueprint of tactical resilience and raw human damage, a brilliant casino security specialist operating under a strict calculation-heavy routine to spot scammers, cheats, and behavioral anomalies on the Vegas Strip. Her daily workspace is standard, structured, and entirely grounded in empirical observation, surrounded by video matrices, crowd tracking algorithms, and active surveillance monitors. Her internal defense mechanisms are locked down tight behind a heavy reliance on narcotics, her entire analytical focus strictly consumed by burying a profound history of childhood trauma shared with her estranged celebrity sister, Haley. The spark ignites when Meg's active scanning perimeter registers a devastating system error. Haley has been found dead at The Clinic, an ultra-exclusive, completely isolated rehab facility nestled deep within the frozen, windswept wilderness of the Pacific Northwest. The official diagnostic metrics don't add up. The management flashes an immediate bureaucratic warning, labeling the tragedy an unfortunate self-inflicted overdose. Meg's elite observation tracking system registers a fatal anomaly. Haley wasn't suicidal. She was on the verge of uncovering a dark corporate conspiracy inside the institution. To extract the raw truth, Meg executes a dangerous undercover insertion track, checking herself into the high-security facility as an unhinged addict seeking recovery. The tactical parameters instantly explode as Meg crosses the security perimeter, finding herself completely cut off from the outside grid without weapons, tech, or communication lines. The facility transforms into a volatile psychological pressure cooker, where patients are subjected to intense reality-warping therapy routines while powerful shadow operators monitor their every move. Meg transforms into a fiercely realistic, entirely pragmatic shield, deploying her massive surveillance profiling tradecraft, micro-expression reading, and unyielding psychological stamina to map the facility's internal power structure. When uncooperative medical directors, aggressive security staff, and severe withdrawal symptoms threaten to compromise her tracking vector, Meg's survival instincts engage their deployment tracks. Every late-night audit of restricted facility corridors, every quiet confrontation in sterile therapy rooms, and every tense observation of shifting patient behaviors chips away at her reliance on standard protocol. What follows is an exceptional, high-stakes war of perspective and raw human grit. We watch Meg's mental perimeters completely unwrapped as she realizes the facility's administrators aren't just trying to cure addiction, they are actively auditing her history, trying to turn her own fragile psychological sanity into a weapon against her. While she smooths over her investigative blind spots with devastating analytical force, a brutal winter storm completely cuts off the facility, proving that a calculation-heavy executor has detected her active surveillance and is preparing a final, lethal sweep to silence her permanently. To survive the impending locked-room trap and outmaneuver the forces running the scheme, our resilient hero must unleash an unyielding defense of her sanity and her life. It is a psychological thriller, locked-room mystery, institutional suspense noir, domestic action drama masterpiece that treats deep behavioral logistics and intense psychological friction with elite precision. The tension here burns with a sharp, calculation-heavy intensity. We are talking about that high-frequency, one untracked dose means losing your sanity forever energy, where a sudden shadow moving across a snow-covered window, an unexpected discrepancy in a patient medical chart, or a heavy possessive realization that your therapist is actively manipulating your memories carries massive structural weight. Quinn writes with an exceptionally fresh, vivid, and beautifully blunt voice, perfectly capturing the sterile, cold hum of a high-end medical clinic, the oppressive atmosphere of a raging mountain blizzard, and the distinct, subtle scent of pine needles, clean linen, prescription drugs, and pure, unadulterated suspense.
What truly elevates this milestone thriller into elite territory is the author's unmatched ability to balance realistic addiction struggles alongside a breathtaking narrative pace and deep emotional hooks. Our protagonist doesn't rely on unbelievable Hollywood superhero action tropes. Her immense intelligence, tactical observation skills, and profound love for her sister match the complexity of the claustrophobic maze she dominates step for step, making her choice to risk her own sanity to break the facility's pattern feel profoundly authentic and deeply gripping. The pacing moves with calculated momentum, tracking intense therapeutic standoffs and breathtaking tactical breakthroughs before ratcheting up to an absolute jaw-dropping final twist that delivers total hard-earned closure to her horizon. The Clinic is the definitive pro-level upgrade your contemporary suspense and high-stakes mystery library demands right now. It is elegant, immensely fast-paced, and utterly unputdownable. It proves that when your entire universe is targeted by a cold, calculating institutional monster, the most revolutionary play you can execute is to audit the data, trust your survival instincts, and fight like hell to write your own ending. So, secure your personal reading sanctuary, review your emotional defensive perimeters, open your Kindle, and prepare to join the simulation.